What's up, y'all? This is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining in with me right now. Greatly appreciate it. We are going to continue the love series. This is the love series part 3. Is age really nothing but a number? Well, some people may agree, some people may disagree. But before we get into that, do me a favor. If you are currently watching this on Instagram, please give it a like and comment below if you have any questions or comments, or slide in my DMs, for that matter. If you are watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Make sure you click that notification button and give it a like and leave a comment. It's good for the algorithms and all that good stuff. So tonight, you think about age ain't nothing but a number. You think about that Aaliyah song from back in the day, age ain't nothing but a number. You know what I'm saying? But for real, is it really nothing but a number? Well, I think it is and it isn't. I think it just depends on your perspective. The reason why I think age is nothing but a number is because it kind of depends on what you're looking at and what you're looking for. Now, disclaimer, I'm sorry, that this in the beginning. Disclaimer, I'm not talking about underage dating, pedophilia, pedophiles, all that good stuff. I do not agree with that. You should not be dating anyone under the age of 18 if you are 18 and over. If I find out that you're doing that, I'm going to call the cops on you. All right? Now that we got that out of the way. If you're 18 and over, I think it really just depends on your experiences and what you're looking for. So I put on my Facebook post, and for those of you who follow me on Instagram and my stories, that my age gap for dating would be 21 through 35. I'm 28 years old currently, so it would be 7 up, 7 down. The reason I feel like that's so crucial is because if I go 7 up, it would put me in the ballpark of women that would want to get married, at 35. And I mean, granted, I want to get married in the next few years. And then 7 down wouldn't be so bad for me because a lot of people say, well, what would you have in common with a 21-year-old? And I would say quite a bit. You never know. It all depends on the people. So I think it really is based on experience and what you're currently looking for. However, there are some people that do have a problem with, huge age gaps, or certain age gaps for that matter. There are some people that say, I will not date somebody that's more than 2 years or more than 2 years, well, two years older or 2 years younger. And there are some people that flat out say they got to be the same age as me or not at all. And I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong way to look at it. I think it just, at the end of the day, you have to ask, what are the motives behind the communication between two individuals? So I had a conversation with one of my friends that went to Bethune-Cookman with me, and she talked about how it was creepy for like a 30-year-old man to want to holler at an 18-year-old woman, which I wouldn't say creepy, but I definitely get what she was saying, and I definitely agree with a lot of her points. Because as a 30-year-old man, if you're trying to talk to an 18-year-old woman, let's be real, you're not looking for a relationship. Let's just put that out there. You're looking for physical, recreational activity. Now if you're a 30-year-old man and you're talking to a 27, 28-year-old woman, I'm not saying you're not looking for that, but you'd be more likely looking for a relationship because you can tell the difference within that age group. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's always going to be the case. I'm not saying that every man is like that per se, but you kind of just got to take some time to figure out because, let's be real, 18, 19, even the 20-year-old and 21-year-olds too, they wouldn't be looking for a serious relationship in most cases. They wouldn't be looking for marriage. And I'm not saying that they're not out there, that they're not people that do that, but I'm just thinking back to my own experiences and, people I know personally. So I guess that brings in the next question. What is too far over then, I think too far over also depends, like I mentioned before, your experience. What are you looking at based on experiences? So like I said, once again, me as a 28-year-old man, I'm not going to date a 19-year-old woman. And here's why. I'm not going to date a 19-year-old woman because she doesn't have the same experiences that I have. And she still has a lot more that she has to go through. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the point of my life where I'm getting a second master's degree. I'm getting into the music, the music business or my music career. I'm going to be getting into the higher ed career. I'm looking to actually settle down with a woman within the next 2 to 3 years, God willing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little more on the serious side, whereas opposed to a 19 or 20-year-old, in not all cases, but most cases, would probably say, I just want to go out and have fun, and it's okay, because I was like that when I was 19 and 20 as well. So I think too far over or too far younger all depends on what you are looking for. Another question to think about is the age difference gap really changing from the previous generations? And I would say no. If you look at our parents, grandparents, great grandparents, a lot of them were 5, 7, 10 years apart, and it's still the same way. I think at the end of the day, you just love who you love. You fall in love with who you want to fall in love with, and you just make it work. It just might so happen that you guys might be different ages. You might be a man and you might meet a woman who's about 5 years older than you. You might be a woman who meets a man and he might be 8 years older than you. It just varies, you know. You love who you love. You get with who you want to get with. And I think my last point for tonight would be, does social media and dating websites have an impact on age gaps? I don't think they do. Personally, not in terms of dating. Maybe if you're looking at physical recreational activity, I guess. Possibly. But in terms of dating, I don't think it really has that much of an impact. I think it does give you more options, more variations of people that you can meet, but there's always been age gaps, and I think there will continue to be age gaps, and I don't think there's anything wrong with an age gap as long as both parties are sitting down with each other and talking it out. And sometimes you won't even have to talk it out, because I feel like if you guys are only 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 years apart, it's really not much to talk about. You guys are within the same age realm and the same level of maturity and experience for the most part. Now, if you meet somebody and they're like 8, 9, 10 years apart from you, even 7 years for that matter, I'll put that up there as well, then you might have some conversations that you might need to have at some point, because you guys are going to be at different points. Like, if I look down to the lowest gap of a woman that I would date, me being 28, if I wanted to date a 21-year-old, there probably would be some conversations that we would need to have, because I'm looking at my environment right now, and me currently going to UCF and graduate school, and I'm looking at a 21-year-old, and 9 times out of 10, a 21-year-old is still an undergrad. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at it that way, there would be some conversations that we will probably have, because, I've already been in a career, still currently in a career, I should say, and they have not yet. So that might have an impact on our dating life, or it might not, I guess the overall point of it is, don't overthink it too much. Find somebody that you're compatible with and just make it work for what it's worth. All right? Like I said, as long as you ain't trying to date nobody under the age of 18 and over. Got to put that out there. All right? But that's it for tonight. So, to recap and to get to the overall point, is age nothing but a number? It depends. It's not really a yes or a no to that question. It really just depends on you. It depends on your mindset. Depends on what you're thinking. It also depends on your experience and how well can you connect with that other individual. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining in today. Greatly appreciated. Again, if you're watching this on Instagram, please give it a like and comment. If you have any questions, follow me on YouTube. Regardless if you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram, when you go to my YouTube page, please click the notification button so you can stay up to date with all my Teachable Tuesday videos. And thank you guys. I greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in. It means a lot to me. Next week, we are going to be wrapping up the Love Series. It's going to be Love Series Part 4. And we're going to be talking about soul ties and how soul ties can be very dangerous. All right. You don't want to miss that next Tuesday. So again, this is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. I love you. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys next week.